What are CBDCs?
Central bank digital currencies. Instead of being completely uncontrolled, this money is completely controlled.
Why would banks want to create their own digital money when they already control our paper money?
Because they can't control how you use your paper money. Once it leaves the bank, it becomes hard to trace and nearly impossible to control. CBDCs would allow the government to completely control the money, to spy on everything you buy. Imagine the government taxing you instantly, seizing your money whenever they feel like it. Say the wrong thing in a post, poof, you're a terrorist. And poof, no more money in your bank account. Today, most of the countries in the world are considering using CBDCs. And once this kind of power is unleashed, it may be nearly impossible to reverse it.
So how do we stop the creepy government digital money?
First, vote for politicians who will fight it. And second, use money they can't control.
Like me, Bitcoin.
What are CBDCs?
Central.
This is Revelations 13 and 16, and it reads, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man may buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekat HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the elect. Now, I was looking at that video back in this video, like a little cartoon slacking this right here, but going into the digital central bank digital currency, and it's not the MOTB, but what is leading up to is the MOTB, because what they want to do is they're eventually taking the money out of they're killing the dollar. The dollar is dying, and they're going to eventually take the dollar out of the currency. It's not going to be any currency. It's going to fail miserably. The dollar is going to be worth nothing. It's just, so your government, your Uncle Sam, who they would call your government, is, and all over the world, like they say, everybody is moving towards this CBDC. And that's, like I said, a central bank digital currency, which is going to be the replacement of the dollar. And what's going to happen is once they get that dollar out of the circulation, that dollar is no more good. People are going to rely on that CBDC like they do their debit card, so on and so forth. They're going to make it, it's going to go over real smooth, because once you get it, it's just going to be like using your debit card or using whatever digital wallet they give you to pay your bills and so on and so forth. But once the dollar is no longer in circulation, they get all the dollars out, and people no longer taking dollars and so on and so forth. That's when that's when they're gonna get real devious on it. They're gonna force things on you, freezing your, like this cartoon says. If you owe something, they can just take it out, or they can just take your money out of your account if they feel like you're doing something they don't like, or they deem you a threat to society, so on and so forth. So these are the things that we're getting ready to come upon, because this devil is hell-bent on bringing his new world order to fruition, which is not going to happen, but he's going 100 miles an hour to bring that to pass. You know what I'm saying? You can see it every day, with the inflations, where the economy is failing. And this is all done on purpose, man. So he can bring in some type of this new world order, which is his enterprise. And the main thing of his enterprise, he wants to have that RFID chip or whatever, the RFID chip to be implanted in every human that's on the earth functioning. He wants them to have an RFID chip in order to buy, sell, or purchase, you know what I'm saying? Buy, sell, or whatever, trade, whatever, to work in this society. You're going to have the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, which is mentioned in Revelations 13 and 16. So Yeah, we're moving faster and faster to this thing happening, man. And we warn you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that this devil is coming on you because he have for a short time, man. And he's going to bring great misery upon the people of the land, to the Israelites, to the whole world, but mainly you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know, so he's going to bring that fire to you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, but, you know, it ain't going to last, you know what I'm saying? Let me get oh no, that's not what I wanted. Yeah. Where was I going? Yeah, this is it. This is Micah 2, and I'm going to start at 1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands." That's right. And they're practicing this right now. They're practicing it because, you know, it's starting out all over the world. Certain countries are using a CBDC, but eventually they're going to bring it over here in America once, you know, all it takes is some kind of event or whatever the case may be to get this thing ushered in, the CBDC, so they can bring in the RFID chip. That's going to happen too, you know. So this is coming, man. And they cover fields and take them by violence, and houses they take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. So they're devising iniquity amongst the whole world, man. That is to have that MOT implanted in every human being on the planet of Earth. That's what they want to do. So that's one of their biggest iniquities right there. And it tells you not to, you know, don't take no. The Bible tells you in Revelations 14. What is it, 13 or 14? Let me see. I think it was 15. Yeah, and it says this is what's gonna happen if you take the mark of the beast, the mark, that RFID chip. If you take it, man, this is what's going to happen. That's why we're telling you not to take it. And the Bible warns you about taking the RFID chip. And this is what's going to happen to the people that take it. And it said the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, "If any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his right hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High." That's, you know, you're going to take the wrath of the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to go through that, man. The Lord is the King of terrors, man, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, and the smoke of their torments ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day or night who worship the beast, his image, and whosoever receive the mark of his name. That's right. So you take that mark, you make an alliance with the so-called white man, the devil, that you want to be on his side, that you don't trust in the Lord. That's why you're going to take his mark so you can eat and function in this devil's society. But if you're a man of the Lord and you don't want to be in this society, you know that taking that mark is going to be the detrimental to you in your relationship with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It's going to be totally severed. And you don't want to do that, man. And we want to stand on the right path and not take that RFID chip. But this devil is you know, he's practicing it. You know what I'm saying? They sat back and thought about this and how they want to enslave the whole world. And that's why it says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds." They was up at night in the bed thinking of this shit. Way before a lot of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and even Americans even know how to speak fucking English, probably. You know, this devil was already hell-bent on enslaving the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. So yeah, this devil, he's and it's coming, and that's why we warning you that this devil is getting ready to implant some shit. That's why don't get too comfortable here in America. Don't always, everything. The future. This is new. We got to keep up with times. No, you got to pump your brakes, man, and watch it, man. Don't just go in that motherfucker head first and not paying attention. Just diving right into something, not knowing what you're getting into. You got to pay attention to everything right now. And you got to match it up with scripture. Make sure you ain't going off and doing something that's going to sever your relationship with Yahweh Shah, with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You got to do the right thing. You got to use your head, man. Can't just go walking into this fucking thing blinded, man. This devil is getting ready to fucking implant. He finna destroy he finna enslave the whole world. And that's his main goal, man. Shit. With all this technology, things are heating up, and the devil is going to use this technology to his advantage, and that's enslaving the whole world, man. And we are warning you, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, that we're closer and closer to this thing happening. Now, getting a CBDC, let me say this too. Getting a CBDC is not the RFID chip. You using it ain't gonna make you sever no relationship with the Most High, because that's not getting injected. That's a digital wallet. That's like your cell phone, what you use now. But what they're doing is they're segueing their way into that RFID chip. They're making their way to that RFID chip. They're slowly but surely bringing you, conditioning you to, for that. And pretty soon they're going to, people are going to have to get fitted for that RFID chip, have an RFID chip implanted in your arm. See, you can see how fast things are moving. Things are moving fast. And you can see Trump in his first, year in office, he had already, turned a lot of shit up. He had severed relationships with so many countries. So we getting so close to this thing popping off. So it won't be that long before all this shit happens. I'm going to take this last scripture. I'm going to close it out. Yeah, this is always one. And it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil come down on you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. That's right. And his time is short. That's why Trump is moving so fast. That's why things are going. And the Lord is speeding times up at the same time. So this thing is moving quickly. And that's why it's important to have your head on a swivel and keep your mind occupied in these truths, so you don't get deviated off into this old bullshit that's going on out in the earth. Shit is going out here you won't understand if you're not grounded in the scriptures, man, and understanding what you're getting involved with outside when you leave your house. And that's why Apostle Gabarra would say, pray before you leave the house. Because when you leave this house, you don't know what these all kind of demons out there, man. You got a world full of demons, man. The Lord said we'd be like sheep amongst wolves, man. And that's basically what we are when we leave our homes, man. We sheep among wolves. We're defenseless. He said we're like a defense, but you know what I'm saying? That's how we are, man, out here, man, because we the men of the Lord. And the whole world is going to be up against us when all hell break loose, man, when all the shit don't go according to when they're going to want us delivered up to be killed, man, because what we believe in and because of what the great tribulation that's going to be coming on America. And they're gonna need someone to blame, and the so-called white man is he's a pro at blaming other people for the shit he causes, So with that, I'm gonna get ready to close it out. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.